after a very swift game, #1, Trap now leads the series 1-0. Scarlett is on the ropes, but she has gotten the chance to choose Altruism Stronghold.
Yeah, a bigger map. I expect to see a very different game here than the first game. And I'm kind of disappointed, you know, that we saw a short game like this. I want to see longer games out of these players, but she got surprised here. And as I said, you can't get surprised. You can't get tricked against somebody like Trap. You can't fall into the trap.
Oh, it's a trap. Now, in that game, the inability to spot the pylon, of course, is one of those weird moments where, because it was slightly later than it should have been, Scarlett said, all right, cool, I'm clear. But this is exactly what makes Trap so successful. He's extremely capable of exploiting any of the situations. If he's a little behind, if he's a little ahead, especially during that battle, continuing to build probes and the Immortals behind it.
Yeah, that was very well executed, actually. He was macroing very, very well. I feel like it's his trademark. Since he's so aggressive, you know, you can't be a great player and just be aggressive and not macro well at the same time. So Trap does that very, very well. I feel like it's his goal. Throw his opponents off their game and at the same time just macro very well so that he can go to the later stages of the game.
Well, down in the bottom right corner, this is her map of choice, and she is one game away from elimination. From Team Acer, it is Scarlett. And in the bottom left-hand corner, continuing to battle his way through the lower bracket, and is one game away from getting top 3 position, it is IM's Trap.
Trap, who's almost always that guy who's able to set the pace in a game, who likes to be very aggressive. And come to think of it, Hero plays, I believe, in the IM team house. He played in Pro League with them as well. I feel like he's probably close with this guy here, Trap. Yeah. They talk together. I saw them kind of chilling together before in the open bracket area. They were talking a little bit, so maybe some of his builds and his style is inspired a little bit by Hero. Yeah,
there's definitely an overlap in their styles. You know, Hero has bested Scarlett in the past, and of course, as I talked about in the Pizza Hut pregame show, that Trap is the only player to have 2-0'd Scarlett in this entire tournament. So, I mean, that's a really impressive track record, 3-0ing Scarlett just now.
Yeah, he's going to go for a greedy build here. Nexus first, but on this map, you know what, it is fine because everybody does it anyway. And even if you were to rush, Trap has kind of planned for it with the pylon that he has at his ramp. I'm guessing there's going to be a gateway there. He's going to wall it off with a mothership core as well. Cybernetics core, sorry. And yeah, just a safe opener all around. Oh, a forge.
Okay, well look, the game is going to be long. There are some aggressive plays that you can do where, you know, you get the gate as you were talking about and get the fast cybernetics core.
Does he send out the second probe? I mean, it's Trap. Oh.
No, okay. He's not doing that. It will be a long game, so given the fact that it's Ultrazim.
I mean, he could cannon rush. He could try to cannon rush. We have no pull. No, well, halfway through don't pull, so it's not up yet. I don't think he would succeed. With the build that Scarlett has done, she's played it safe enough. If this had been a 3-hatch before pull, he could have cannon rushed one of the bases, and Scarlett would have been in lots of trouble.
Yeah, Scarlett playing it nice and safe. Trap playing it nice and safe, and very often we'll see you get to 4 or 5 bases. It's going to be in for the long haul. So I mean, a lot of what's riding on this game is what their long-term plans is. I mean, this is the point where if you want, you can go get some food, order a pizza. Well, actually, Pizza Hut sponsors this MLG event. You can order at pizzahut.com. They'll take care of the pizza, but we unfortunately will be sitting here without any food covering the game for you.
You know, Roddy, he talked about it a little bit earlier, the Pizza Hut being the pre-game show sponsor. I was asking him, can we get some post-game Pizza Hut tasting? Getting hungry, man.
That's our reward. Well, I mean, I'll honestly postpone my eating to watch this series. On this map, Scarlett so much so loves to get the Mutalisks en masse. Mutalisks is a style that doesn't really function until you can get a good number of mutas going. And there are some opportunities for Protoss to pick the pack down. So getting 8 gas is generally when you start to feel good as Zerg. On this map, you can get 10 gas pretty easily.
You know, I had this argument earlier with Roddy about how to time the speed when it finishes exactly, because he saw exactly when speed started. Speed is 110 seconds. So I told him, you just calculate. You had 2 minutes. You look at the clock, you had 2 minutes, and then you subtract 10 seconds. And I feel like most players will do it like that. But then he was saying you can just add 110 seconds to the original.
Yeah.
What do you think? Which one is the easier way?
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
I like my way better.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know what, Todd? Your way, now that you're up here casting, no one else can defend themselves, Todd. Your way is probably the best way.
Thank you.
Stargate coming up now, so it will be the most common opening on this map. This allows you to do the only real damage you can comfortably do against a Zerg. Get the air units in, pick off some drones, get some Phoenixes, pick off some Overlords. Very, very safe way to start the game.
Trap is making a lot of probes for a Stargate opener like this, so I'm assuming there's going to be a quick third base, but having speed for Scarlett, if he was to skip second, third, maybe even fourth gateway and try and get a Nexus down now, she could prevent that with a lot of Zergling speeds, because she will see it very, very early. So I guess, yeah, that one Oracle here is going to be followed up with a Void Ray. We could be seeing an old school SOS style here with maybe 2, maybe 3 Stargates, Void Ray, Charge Loss, maybe Templars.
Oh, so
it's really
good.
It's really going to depend on his mood. He could go for the standard Robo as well. Anything's possible still at this point. And that Oracle, man, I'm a little bit scared. If it gets up to, say, 5 or 6 kills, it will already have done a very good job.
It's gotten 2, 3. Scarlett's continuing to pull back. There's the 4th, and there is the 5th, as you said. Wow, even going to get 6, 7, and probably 8 at this point in time. This was a high-value Oracle.
8 kills early on. She's remaking a lot of drones. Right now, the worker count is even. Scarlett is going to get right back up in here. And you know what? Since this happened, she has to remake drones instead of making leads. But hold on, she's already made a bunch of links. She's going to try to pressure that third base, maybe get a cancel. There is 1 Void Ray, 1 Zealot, and 1 single Mothership Core.
She's got a hit before the wall-off can begin, and she does it. Probe's going to fall down. Everything is going to get repelled.
Yeah.
There's no cannon going down. There's no wall-off going down. Suddenly more resources from Trap will have to be invested in this expansion if he wants to be super safe. But Scarlett is actually not doing any follow-up pressure. She's just
not enough links to break this.
Yeah.
And if she had made enough links, it would mean she had to neglect basically getting more drones. So I feel like she made the right choice. But look at this. Trap behind this, he's not making any more Void Rays, he's getting Blink, he's getting his +1 right now. He's added on a lot of extra gateways, he's made some in his main and some is in his natural. He's gonna go up to 7 gateways in total. I feel like we could be seeing a timing behind this shortly.
Scarlett's managed to sniff this out before this infestation pit. Oftentimes goes straight in for the pathogen glands. Scarlett is, again, very fond of getting the good read.
You don't think Swarm Host here?
I mean, I think most players would go Swarm Host, but something's looking a little fishy in this strategy. It's only 1 Void Ray and then nothing else. I might be suspicious of a big gateway play.
Yeah, this is going to be for a quick hive, actually. This is one of Hyun's favorite build that he used to do a lot. Mostly as an all-in. It's become much more of a standard build, especially if you drone up as much as she has. She has 81 drones against 63 probes. I feel like if Trap hits an all-in soon, or a timing, she's going to be in a lot of trouble, but if he doesn't, and I don't think he's going to do actually, since he's getting a second Robo, Scarlett is going to be in a brilliant shape, because then she gets Roaches, Hydras, Vipers. She's already going to have the Spire if she wants to go into something like Broodlords later on. So hold on, he's moving out.
It's going to be, it looks like a 1-2 step attack. He gets a Warp Prism, he's going to push, apply pressure, hope that Scarlett reacts improperly, and then boom, Colossus will be getting built a pair at a time. However, Scarlett would be thrilled to see that. She'll use the Vipers, she'll get the pickoffs. We see that the Stalkers and Sentries are moving across map.
Does she know this is coming?
Ooh.
She doesn't have much vision on the map. That Spore is a little bit late here, and Scarlett's going to lose some more drones. They're going to be caught, maybe?
Gosh.
She has some Hydras.
Yeah, it's getting very close. It's just 6 Hydras. Hive is now almost done, and Scarlett continues to expand. Immortals getting built 2 at a time. It's not going to be Colossus. Trap's transitioning into a Zealot, Archon, Immortal Force.
Yeah, he had to be careful here. He saw the Hydras, and I mean, when you move out like this against Hydras, Mothership cores have died and games have been thrown. Not just on Roddy stream, but even in pro games. Getting the Oracle here, Scarlett, that's going to deny Revelation from being used on her army, which you never want to happen. And she's already got Vipers. There is no Colossus tech, he's only getting Immortals. If she was to abduct this, I mean, we have the Templar Archives on the way, but she's going to have a lot of map vision. The cruise thread really going to help. How do you attack into Scarlett on this map?
I mean, 13-minute Vipers are not really a concern.
Ooh, Warp
the Protosses are used to having to deal with the Warp Prism is going into the main base, so Trap
Pull
is beginning this pressure. The drones are not quite being pulled yet.
Evacuate!
Needs to get out fast. Scarlett needs every penny. She has 82 drones and actually does need to keep it at that extremely high count.
19 drones have died in total this game, and Scarlett is still on somehow above 70 drones. She's on 80 now. Make that 80. She's just made a few more. So she's made a lot of drones already in this game, but you know what? She's been safe. She's teched very quickly. She's getting some more upgrades now. She's getting level 1 carapace after getting level 1 missile attack. And I think she wants to hit the timing.
Oh my god, she's transitioning to Mutalisks.
Yeah, but only 8 at first. It's weird because she's going to attack with this Roach Hydra army. I wonder if she wants to replace that with only Mutas and play a heavy Mutas style from now, which you kind of called earlier when you said she likes Mutas on these big maps.
Well, she's going to have to rally these Mutas back into her main base because there we see the Strike invading.
There's some spines here.
No spines at all. There are the Mutalisks showing up. Oh, Trap might want to begin committing more here to try to force the pullback. He's target firing the Spore Crawlers. The War Prism ain't going to be alive long. Scarlett taking a 6th base here.
Yeah, which is, with Mutas, I mean, you need to go up to 5 quickly. And the 6th base, actually, she's going to have so much gas if she can get that. And I do think she's going to be able to. It's funny because Trap, he's made so many Immortals. Usually you will see a very Stalker-heavy composition. Yeah. But right now, we have 6 Immortals, 20 Stalkers, not a single Colossus. And the Mutas are going to start the harassment here. There is Blink available and the +2 already for Trap. I wonder what kind of game we go into from there. He's getting the Fleet Beacon now, staying on just 1 Stargate so far. And Pathologic Lens starts at the same time for Scarlett. She's anticipating everything.
What's weird is that Scarlett can actually join her forces together, approach this army, do key pulls on some of these units, and the army is just really not that big. You normally want to have the Storm available for the Hydras. It's easy to waste them on the Mutas as they pull away. Scarlett has so many threats available right now, and Trap is now on the back foot, just on 3 base, doesn't have that good Stargate production.
The feedbacks are going to be very important. If she can get good abducts, 1 good Blinding Cloud, Scarlett will crush this army, but Force Fields go down first.
Abducts and Blinding Clouds, but that small force of Stalkers is now a big one, blinking forward. The Mutalisks are trying to find a place to go, but look at Trap immediately warping in at his back.
Yeah, that army from the Protoss looking very scary. She gets in there, she tries to counterattack. The Vipers are going to reinforce the Mutas. Not sure why.
Unclear what Scarlett's goals
were.
Trap
is base trading, he's going for it.
Oh, I don't know how much I like this move from Trap, but he is feeling like he can't do anything else. He's feeling like he doesn't have any options. Scarlett looks like she's going to be pulling back, is not going to accept the base trade, will be doing a defense. She has 6 bases, no reason to abandon
She's very far away. She needs to make as many units as possible, regroup. Trap gets in there right away. He knows that the Mutas are on their way. It's only a matter of time.
The Mutalisks are coming. Scarlett is overrunning, and everything that Trap has is about to be a pile of rubble. The huge distances of the map gave Scarlett the tools she needs, setting a dead Immortal from here to there, cleaning it up, and Trap is in an almost unwinnable situation.
He's going to find himself on 46 army supply against 71. He's getting Phoenix range. He's adding on an additional gateway, and I guess...
Oh no, mid-map. Oh, these Immortals, these free units.
2 Stalkers are going to join them. Nope, not going to do anything. Ooh, on the top right-hand side of the map, we have a big warp in. Trap, I think he knows that there are additional bases for Scarlett. He wants to hit them. We have no spines in any of these bases. Scarlett has been low econ because she's been trading units the entire time. Double additional Stargates. He's going to start making a lot of Phoenixes, but you know what? Scarlett has so much gas. Yes, that she's taking to Infestors already.
Yeah, look at this. Scarlett's going back to a solid ground army. She's only using the Mutalisks as a way to harass Protoss. She's not going all in on it by any means. The expansion is easily defended. We see that there's another attack at the top right base. Just a single Zealot getting warped in. Nothing too big.
something that's really going to play in Scarlett's favor here is, I think Trap was kind of panicking behind this. He thought he was going to be counter-attacked, and there was a good chance she could have gone for that. So he made the Archons, and it's natural, instead of saving Templars. You need Templar against that army that Scarlett's making. She has a lot of Hydralisks, she has Mutas. Archons love to fight these compositions.
Yeah, I mean, if you get the Archons, sure, it's going to be great against a mass Mutalisking player, but there's no Mutalist to be found. Continued upgrades on air and ground alike. Scarlett is doing a very well-rounded mix, and I think that, honestly, Trap is going to be very shocked to see Infestor Hydra at the front doors.
I feel like Trap is never going to be allowed to take a force bait in this game. Scarlett's going to keep on applying pressure across the map. We have some Zealots maybe making their way into one of her bases. She's getting some spines. Finally, the Infestors are here. They're ready. They want to fungal some of these Phoenixes.
Oh, gateways are falling. That's the flexible tool. Oh my God. Mutalisks nowhere nearby the Phoenixes. Attempted blink forwards. Trap trying to lift what he can. Scarlett doubling the supply. Soon to be tripling the supply. The Mutalisks, they're going to have to go toe-to-toe with those Phoenixes.
Scarlett has killed 22 probes. I mean, even if Trap holds here, which looks like he might barely be able to, he's lost so many probes. He's never going to be able to take a force base. These counter-attacks across the map. I guess he's doing some damage right now with some Zealots in that force base of Scarlett, but is it enough? I don't think so. Scarlett has such an insane economy. 84 drone steal, 50 probes for Trap, and that was the perfect timing that she had to hit, and she hit it on time. 5 more Infestors are going to be made. Look at the production tab. She's getting everything she needs to secure the game here. Double Spire is up.
Yeah. And I mean, Scarlett now has the opportunity to trade inefficiently. She can flood this base, and even if Trap barely survives and barely survives and barely survives, each one of those attacks is...
Ooh, Infestor!
Ha ha ha.
That looked like me playing basketball right there.
Trap just has no chance to get a 4th base. There's no way. Trap is only thinking defense. How do I stay alive against this attack?
A very important thing in last fight is that she sniped the Mothership Core as it had like 95 energy, so no Photon Recharge was used. That Infestor will die, I'm pretty sure of that. He might... Oh, he's getting... 2 of the Phoenix get caught, just 2, but Scarlett, I think she's going to end the game on this attack because she has so much more army supply right now. 115 to 56. Trap is trying to stay alive here on Atrazim.
Scarlett's moving in. It's a very small army. No AoE. A single Archon. No way that Archon's going to be able to withstand this army. This is pure brunt force. This sort of army doesn't have a clean and easy counter. You need all the stuffs to stay alive here. And Scarlett has it. Trap doesn't. Gets surrounded. Immortal's trying to be microed. Warpins, lifts. It doesn't matter. GG! Scarlett ties it up. What a great victory there from Scarlett. Stretching herself so thin. We saw that Trap didn't really get to have any harass get off the ground. I mean, briefly that Warp Prism was there in the mass Mutalisk style that Scarlett is so well known for. Started, but didn't continue all game long. And that I think was the real brilliance of Scarlett's play there.
You know, this is the kind of game I like the most, where there are a lot of mind games, lots of transitions. You mentioned it even before the game. On this map, the Mutas are very common. She likes to go for them in here. This was really what put her in such a good position. Those Mutas that started harassing, forced Trap in a defensive position, and he wanted to fight that. This is a fact. He had to be defending for some time. He's like, you know what, I'm Trap. I don't defend. What I do is attack. Except she read the game perfectly. She knew when she had to come back. She made a lot of units. She held that initial army. And once you lose that, your entire ground army the way Trap did without doing any economic damage, I mean, you can't really win anymore. He was trying to scramble out as many Phoenixes as possible.
Yeah, Protoss is not a waves of army kind of race. It's a little bit of harass as the core of your army builds, and if at any point the core of that army dies, most of your chances of winning that game are gone. That's most often happening on big maps where you get a little overeager, you overextend, and the last map is one that makes it very hard to decide who will win. It will be on Frost when we return, the final game yet again. We are going into Game 3 on Championship Sunday. See you in a bit.